So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And 7 yards to go.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Taken down at the 40.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. They run it here with Edmonds. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
The ball carrier. Bradley Roby on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 7.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Too little. Bang, 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 bang.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they will be, and the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. And they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now it's Watson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit. And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Out of the gun, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10. At their own 29-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Check 43. Hey, shift.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
29, Chase Edmonds.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Choose the mic all day, every day, any day.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 8.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Here's Edmonds. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
2nd down at the 33.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Stay with your man. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
You ain't going nowhere.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 3, Texans nothing.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Man out, man out, man out, man out. Check 52. Empty. Big ace. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, alert 3.
On the carry, it's Edmonds. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
43-yard line.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get 1st downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Watch your slack, watch your slack. Watch your slack. Deuce. Boys. Mike 20. Hey, defense, let's go.
From the gun on third down, Murray. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this will be a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Murray now. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the 27-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
1st down, Houston.
From the 50, it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
9 yards. First down, Texans.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Running from the gun, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 10. And the Texans first down.
Watson on first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8.
Houston ball carrier.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
At the 8-yard line.
Being chased out left. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans.
Complete to Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks, as the first half is winding down, and the Texans will add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Texans 14, Cardinals 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 27-yard line.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. A final shot before the break. Watson, he's letting this one go, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. After the interception, here's Watson. Here's Fuller with a catch. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
First down, Houston.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Watson. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
For Will Fuller.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Hey, check motion, man. Put your hands on him. Get hands on 59.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
43 is the mark. 43 is the mark. That's the run. 44 is down. 43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43. Hey, come on now.
To throw is Watson. Throwing right, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kahale Waring, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead.
Extra point is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Texans 21, Cardinals 3.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
We gotta step it up. Watch twist. Easy.
They'll run with Edmonds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray going deep for Hopkins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Murray's pass.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, but it's going to be 2nd down. Phoenix, Arizona's the spot. Glad to have you along for the ride. 3rd quarter action and a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Throwing again is Watson. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. On 1st and 10, Watson steps away to his left. And that's incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Watson. This is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete to
Will Fuller. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Texans 28, Cardinals 3.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a dump off here complete. Call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. Incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I started with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Edmonds.
Number 29, Chase Edmonds.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. It's a big play on third down for the Cardinals. And even 50 yards.
The 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. Not much there, only a yard.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Murray with a 3rd and long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Watson's going to throw it here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Throwing now, Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice ground. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A gain of 19.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray, one final try. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Good job over there, baby. I see y'all. Good job over there, baby.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime, obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Texans,